What's up guys? It's finally here, my second compilation of 90s outfits. This time it's not just characters, but looks that come from a little more varied inspiration. So let's get to it. What would 90s fashion be without the Spice Girls? For this look, I decided to pay homage to Baby Spice and her iconic super cute style. It was all about the mini dress and mega platform shoes. I'm pretty sure the Spice Girls were the ones who pioneered the whole buffalo shoe trend back then. The polka dot dress is by Topshop. The cropped white t-shirt is by Supre. I kept accessories very minimal as Baby did, with a simple gold choker, and since she often wore a nameplate necklace, I decided to do the same. For shoes, I'm wearing a pair of vintage buffalo platforms which are pretty amazing. A trend I see repeatedly in 90s magazine scans is the cropped denim vest paired with a tartan skirt. I'll throw in a couple of example images here. To me, these are really authentic 90s trends that I feel are sometimes overlooked a bit. This is very much like the kind of style I tend to wear often. My cropped denim vest is vintage from eBay. The cropped turtleneck is by Wigo in Tokyo. For the skirt, I'm wearing my vintage tartan skirt from Etsy, which I had altered. The backpack is from Walmart. You may recognize it from my recent haul. Along with this, I'm wearing some sheer black tights, and for shoes, my Vagabond platform loafers. The film Fear from 1996 has so many cute looks, and they are all worn by Reese Witherspoon, who plays the main character, Nicole. I definitely think it's a little underappreciated in terms of 90s fashion inspiration. The floral dress may seem like a grunge trend, but the way Nicole wears it is definitely in a more cute and girly way. My sheer floral dress is by ASOS. Nicole doesn't wear a necklace with hers, but I decided to add something extra with this black beaded choker, which is also from ASOS. I had to add a mini backpack like hers, of course, and I'm wearing my trusty vintage one by Coach. I tried so hard to source a brown jacket like hers, but ended up trying out my vintage Calvin Klein corduroy jacket as an extra layer. For shoes, I went for my Windsor Smith sandals, which are kind of similar to her Mary Janes. The frill socks are from Paddy's Markets. This one is just a combination of a few iconic 90s pieces I could find in my wardrobe. The velvet dress was definitely a 90s staple. Mine is vintage from eBay. I added my Coach mini backpack, of course. For accessories, I kept it super simple as it was in the 90s, with just a tattoo choker. Pretty cliche nowadays, but it is an authentic trend. And for shoes, Doc Martens, of course. Mine are the 1461s. This next look might not be instantly recognizable, but it is something I definitely had in my 90s tag on Tumblr. This one is inspired by a look worn by Liv Tyler on House of Style in 1992. I have my vintage shirt from Etsy, which is tied at the waist, of course. The collar is opened up and sitting flat, which is how shirts generally were worn in the 90s. Just like her, I'm wearing a red pleated kilt, and mine is vintage from Etsy. I'm wearing my Coach backpack again, which is kind of like an optional feature. Accessories were kind of tricky for this look, but I went with my gold ASOS choker and added another longer gold necklace. For shoes, I decided to go for my chunky Windsor Smith boots. We've made it to the final look. It's another one inspired by 90s magazines. I'll place the exact photo right in here so you can check it out. For this black and white outfit, I'm wearing my Supre cropped t-shirt. underneath a maroon or black cardigan from Target USA. The pleated tennis skirt is by American Apparel. It always comes in handy. As I mentioned previously, accessories were generally pretty minimal in the 90s, so I am only wearing my black beaded choker. Then I have my handy Vagabond loafers paired with some white socks. That about sums it up for my second 90s outfits video. Which look was your favourite? Be sure to let me know in the comments. As always, thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
From Where My Fiancé Works Memorial.
Sam's boss is doing a clinical review of all of her files, and she just wanted to make sure everything's in order before he starts on Monday.